We're celebrating another huge opening night on Broadway. The new musical Harmony from Barry Manilow and Bruce Sussman is now on Broadway. It tells a remarkable story of the comedian harmonist, the biggest music sensation of pre-Nazi Germany. We hit the red carpet with the stars opening night.
So it's about 6 guys who lived in the 1930s, came into international fame, and it's basically a story of why you've never heard of them. And I think that that's really all people should know going into it, because you got to get in the theater, you got to get in the seat in order to actually experience the show.
You're going to feel all the feelings. So you're going to have a lot of joy, a lot of laughter. Your heart is going to bring a lot of tissues, but you will walk away feeling hopeful. I hope. There is hope in the midst of horror. There has to be. It's something for everyone. This show is for all of us.
5 of the 6 guys are making their Broadway debuts right now. And so to get to be kind of living this like meta version of the characters that we're playing in our show, rising into the scene together, getting to make our Broadway bows together, it's so incredibly joyful, and I'm so grateful that as time goes on, we'll have each other to be keepers of the history with one another.
This is the first time that I am originating a role on Broadway, and it has been just so wonderful to get to give everything that I can of myself to bring this character to life. She's such an important character. She represents so much for so many women everywhere, Jewish women everywhere. I feel that responsibility on my shoulders as I try to bring as much depth and nuance and heart to her as I possibly can. And it's just gotten to be so wonderful to be a part of the process of building the show.
You know, I think this is probably the best role I've ever played in my life. I didn't expect it to come along at this age. I was kind of maybe thinking of backing off a bit. And I now have the hardest and the most incredible role that I've ever played. With this phenomenal arc from, I get to talk to the audience, I get to play funny little people running around that the harmonists met through history. It's such a great role, and the truth is I feel an enormous responsibility.
We always wanted to tell this story about these 6 remarkable young men who the world all but forgot, and maybe with this they'll be remembered.
The whole point of the show is to remember these 6 incredibly talented men. That's the most important part for us. And yet, you know, and to do it in New York, where we always wanted to do this. So it's very exciting.